Is your relationship with your teenager slipping away? Do you argue all the time? Well, this short video is for you. So watch as I explain how you may be casting labels on your teen that you didn't even realize. Yes, you. We all do it. I'm Christina, founder of The Impactful Parent, teacher for over 15 years, and mom of 4 kids. Labels and judgment are a teen's worst nightmare when they're insecure and trying to figure out their place in the world. And then the more we judge and label, the more our teen pulls away and distances themselves from our relationship with them. Watch and see how. Good job, I tell my toddler as she attempts to put away her dinner plate by herself. No, honey, we do not scream inside the house. That's bad, I tell my 5-year-old, who is running around the living room crazy. As parents, we are consistently labeling our children's actions as either good or bad from the time that they were born. In the younger years, this labeling serves a purpose for teaching our children right from wrong, and it also expresses our behavioral expectations for them. However, as our children get older, we must move away from this kind of labeling. See, do you label your child's actions, interests, or even choices as good or bad? You may be thinking, of course not, Christina. But I'm going to challenge that thought because I think that you do. See, we all do it. We vomit our judgment and opinions all over our kids all the time. For example, has your teenager ever walked out of their room with a less than desirable outfit? And you're thinking, no. Or does your son blast music from their headphones that you just simply don't like or agree with? Well, who are we to judge and make labels on other people? Perhaps you label your child's decisions as either a right choice, or a wrong or bad choice. Because maybe you feel you know better? Well, for me, I pass judgment on my children because I'm trying to even save them from making mistakes. I say things like, I can't believe you chose not to wear that jacket today. It's freezing outside. That was a bad choice. But see, I just passed judgment that the decision that they made was bad, when really I was just frustrated with them that they were needlessly going to go through pain or struggle. And in this case, the pain or struggle is being cold. However, my caring is being perceived by my child as judgmental. See, I accuse them of being wrong and having to change. Now, adolescents, who are already the most insecure creatures on the planet, they don't know what to do with this. When someone is supposed to love them and unconditionally and then criticizes them, it's actually a blow to their mental health. If parents make these judgments and labels again and again and again, then the teenager begins to pull away and the rift between the parent and the child begins. So what's the antidote? Well, it starts with us, the parents. As with most things, you must first be aware before you can change it. So this week, I'm going to challenge you to start becoming aware in 5 steps. Here's the first one. Catch yourself labeling events and actions and choices as good or bad. See, when you mark your child's choices, you are also inadvertently telling them that they are wrong and you are the authority. Well, newsflash, teenagers hate this. Teens will rebel against authority if the message doesn't fit their logic. The more you tighten your grip and try to assert your authority, the more your child will rebel. So, what worked for you and your child when they were just toddlers will not always work for them now that they're older because they're trying to assert their own opinions and identity. Number 2 thing, teenagers need boundaries, but they also need choices. Set your non-negotiable boundaries and then discuss with your teenager what you can be flexible with. See, you need to give them choices within those boundaries so that they can feel like they have some control too. Number 3, allow them to make mistakes. Let your child write out the consequences of their choice that they make. It is the best way for them to learn, and you shouldn't protect them from all of their choices. So unless it's going to cause them bodily harm, let it go. Number 4, listen more and talk less. Don't express every thought that comes out of your mouth. This is where a lot of the labeling and judgments reside. Practice watching your thoughts instead of speaking them out loud. Which leads me to number 5, be mindful of your thoughts. Are you trying to manipulate your child into making the right choice? Or are you protecting them from making a wrong choice? Why? What are the consequences of that wrong choice? Can you make their wrong choice a learning experience if you let them be themselves? To help you self-reflect, I've created a free resource document to download. So, go to theimpactfulparent.com/resources and discover your habits and parenting practices that you didn't even know you were there. And then with awareness, we can limit our judgmental actions and move toward a better relationship with our children. That's the hope. Also, go to theimpactfulparent.com/YouTube and watch last week's video about expectations hurting your relationship with your child. It's similar to this, but it is a little bit different. And lastly, if you liked this video and found this helpful, please leave your comments below and share it with 2 people that you know need to hear this kind of message. I would really appreciate that. And as always, you can find lots of parenting tips and more impactful parent resources at theimpactfulparent.com and on the Impactful Parent YouTube channel. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week.